Yeah, I guess it's also my first mic and it's already broken apparently. After using it one time. I guess it got upset with me for not using it for like a week. Okay, well, if you can hear me now, if you can hear me now, I guess we will come back to this. Well, yeah, but those are expensive, and it's not like we know how long I'm gonna be doing. How do I turn myself up if in the OBS my volume is on like max level? Is there like some option to like boost it or something? I don't like that's my problem. I don't really know how to turn myself up when it's like already on the like max. Yeah, this is the max level. Like in the, I mean, okay, if I look on OBS and there is the audio mixer and there is this like blue slider, it's on the max. There, it doesn't go on a higher up. That's another reason why I got another microphone. Because for some reason it just like the riser microphone was way louder. I actually had to mute it. But this one that's literally the max. Yeah. So the issues continue. I guess I would just have to get some different microphone again. Like I didn't have high expectations, but come on. I guess we will. And now, like the whole RBS is also like complaining, doesn't want to like. Okay, whatever. Okay. Anyway, so here we are. I already broke a microphone. We spent half an hour trying to fix technical difficulties, and I want to post it on YouTube later. I think I will just like cut this part off because I don't think anybody needs to watch it on YouTube as we spent half an hour fixing a microphone. So let's come back to the game. Here is the game. And like I said, we are in this weird village, just came back from a hunting party, and now we are being attacked by whatever those metal creatures are, and getting uh, more tutorial. Turn order. Units move in the order you place them, from left to right. This initiative order is very important when setting up strategies. For example, put archers after melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Drag the unit icons to rearrange their turn order. Well, that's... I like how they give me this information and it's generally useful, but then I only really have two people in this fight. But as far as I remember, Orok was an archer, so I guess he should have the second turn. And I have an item. Lovingly made by a hunter's wife to keep her daughter safe from harm. Oh, okay, so I guess this is the father, and that other lady in the last fight was his daughter, and and he has a wife. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, if it's just like some kind of technical issue with the card being bad and stuff, like I don't know what can be done about that. Okay, well, you should probably like go back. I'm not really convinced I am capable of defeating all those 4 enemies with just those 2 people. So I assume there will be some reinforcements coming later. The one with the shield looks like trouble. Let me handle him. He does. At least he's like not coming for the archer dude. Okay, well, it's not going too badly so far. I guess he is very strong. But I still miss the dude with the dude that's hugging the sword. I really like the backgrounds though. I'm like looking at all those trees and snow and everything and like the buildings. It makes me feel like I want to live there. Minus, you know, dead gods and the aggressive machines and yeah, all this other stuff. I'm like scared of his armor going down. Okay, I think I have some kind of like a skill or something. But okay. Could try that, but like I am right in front of them. So it's kind of silly, but why not, I guess? Oh, okay. It only did 1 damage to armor, so maybe it wasn't exactly worth it. But I suppose now I know exactly what it does. He had better skill for ramming people away and took more of my armor. I think that's not fair. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to worry. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to work out. I mean, he walks slowly. I wonder if I can like run away from him for a while. I was like worried I would have hard time with the fights in this game, and I feel like I was right about that. I will just keep running in the circle for as long as we can. But like, I want to run away, but also stay in like range of attacking him. I don't know if I can do both of those things. Yeah, okay. I think we lost this fight. Great. Not only I have technical difficulties, but I also have difficulties with the fight. Thanks, Dre. That's like extremely helpful information. I had no idea. I thought you were just supposed to die. Difficulty. Combat can be unforgiving. Don't hesitate to change the difficulty of battle if it leaves you frustrated or you find yourself needing a tougher challenge. Use the option menu to change difficulty. Don't worry, you can change the difficulty at any time and it has no effect on the story or the choices you make. I don't think it's like a very good thing when the game already is calling me out on losing. You feel darkness starting to close in and then the sense of being lifted, and you wonder if this is the end. When you regain consciousness, you realize that Ivor has managed to drag you back to the Great Hall. Rest a moment, he says. I'm going to make sure nobody else is still out there. I wonder if this would went differently if I actually won. I don't know if I was able to win. Maybe if I actually like focused on the dude with the shield first with the other with Iver and then have the rogue pick out all the archers. I mean pick out like he's the archer and like pick out all the small guys. I don't know. Well, whatever would happen I guess we'll never find out. And morale declined and now it's weak. Great. Well, those people are having way less fun start than the other people. You can buy stuff. I don't think I want to buy anything, but I'm just looking for now. What options do we have? A ring that seems to absorb the light around it, said to have been forged by dredgestone singers. Oh, so they are not even like some mindless robots. They can even like craft stuff. Why do we have the ring? At least that's what I'm understanding from the description. Items. Your items are shown at the bottom of the roster. Drag items onto your units to equip them. Items can only be equipped by characters of equal rank. Promote your units to equip higher ranked items. Click on an item for more information. Oh, well, I didn't actually know that I need to. Okay, but that's good. Can you be promoted? Promotion! The greatest warriors on the battlefield are those who live past their first battles to start a journey down the path to legend. Well, I hope we can actually become a legend and not die again in the very first fight of their story. No, it was the second fight. I won the first one last week in the forest. I guess so. Hmm. I never know what's like the most important thing. I mean, I guess having more armor is useful, but so is the strength. Since it's also how much damage you make. And he is archer, so technically he should be just being the back and not getting hit. Which I guess doesn't always work out that way. I'll just put it in here for now. And hopefully won't regret it. Do you have any points? No. Okay. Everybody injured. Morale is weak. We are under attack. You find anyone? A few. Send them inside. Gods, this is bad. I'm out of practice, Rogue. Yeah, clearly I am too. Look, as long as I known you, you always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I want to know more too. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They will follow us until we are tripping over tired women and children. Then they will attack. Even after we are wiped out, they will keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There is no end to them. But I wonder where they come from. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders, I wasn't there. I want to know how they survived. This kind of sounds like a zombie apocalypse with like robots. But I know you fought your fair share. Yeah, I killed enough slug for one lifetime. That's why you are going to save us now. Don't light that on me. Come on, let's get inside. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of pressure to put on somebody. And there is only like 2 people here fighting. What's up with that head? Is it like some kind of... Is like that... Is that some kind of a hat? And that's like... Just happens to be a shape of like the head? Is it the mouth? Or is the mouth over here? Is it even... This one keeps like distracting me from everything. Oh, cool tattoo. And it's green. Rock! Thank the gods you made it. He's just called Chieftain, so he's not important. The Great Hall is in an utter din, filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. What in the deeps is going on? Dredge mailing around, ransacking houses? The chieftain wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. Oh my god. Why does she look so... I don't know. I don't know what I was expected. But there was like, you know, the chieftain looking like standard chieftain with the name being chieftain, and then she's so fabulous and like so way more as a main character look. And she also has 2 quivers. I guess if you want to make sure you have enough arrows and you don't like break them together. But I don't think I ever seen anyone have 2 quivers. At least not that I remember. Like usually people have 2 swords. Maybe she was inspired by people with 2 swords. They must know we are here, why haven't they attacked? Don't know, I wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions, but tell me straight, what will you both do in my place? I would have left by now, they are already outside the doors. Not so easily done, Rug. Well, I don't know. He said he didn't want to share much. But he did fight in the wars apparently, so he has experience. And he said they will just basically keep coming and coming and coming. So it kind of sounds if they came to your village one time, even if you like hold out, like how long can we hold out? If there is like God knows how many of those creatures coming. Yeah, I do think I just trust him on that. The chieftain sings a deep and heavy breath slumping. He looks years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Evan's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? If the reds are coming down from the north, then we have to go south. Frostfall to the west. Our west? It's closed and it has walls. Well, I don't know how much walls help. I intend to be free of Skork in one push, nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we are done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I will catch up on the road to the Frost War. Well, I guess that's probably a good plan to like give people more of a chance to run away. But I'm kind of worried about him. I kind of actually like the idea. If we were actually leaving and we never plan to come back, I wonder if the fire and chaos would be like enough of that distraction. That would be a distraction instead of just like leaving one person behind. Like, what much of a distraction is one person? What much distraction is like two people like risking their lives? Especially since they might be needed on the road to like defend the rest of the villagers. But if you set the whole town on fire and everything is burning, I don't know. That sounds pretty distracting. This is one thing I will not do. We will return here one day, whether I live to see it or not. What? Okay, that's unreasonable because if we live and we all survive and nobody dies, I feel like the lives of people are more important than those houses. If we do return here someday, we can try to rebuild the houses. But like even you don't know when that will happen or what the future will bring. Like you don't even know if you will be alive by this point. So what if we live for like great, thanks. What if we like live for several years and by then we need to restore the houses anyway? I don't like that. I don't want to leave him behind. But I also know I have a daughter and I don't want to risk leaving daughter alone either. Like I feel like there needs to be somebody to protect the living villagers and the caravan on the road and like help along. I don't know what's the best choice here. Okay, well then let's do as you said and just go immediately. All of the town is going to die like this. That's why I want you to lead, Iver. I know you can get us out of here. I will do what I can. Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain unwraps his chin but doesn't argue. From the training she's given a lad, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Fine, I will get the Thomas people ready. When you're ready, we will make our move. You step into the town courtyard where you can already see dredge in every direction. Go, utters Iver as you stand guard as townspeople begging filling out of the hall. The dredge do not descend upon you, though some watch curiously. Well, that kind of sounds like they don't have any immediate plans of attacking either, so I wonder what they want. Hi, Panda! We had like half an hour of technical problems, and the new microphone I got is already being bad. I don't know why. Suddenly you hear a shriek from further up the caravan. A ground has thrown himself upon a cart of chickens, steering at it with bare hands. Men draw axes and the dredge respond in kind. Run! Roars Iver. Terror sweeps over the caravan like a pox. You suddenly find yourself surrounded by black figures and panning townspeople in equal measure. Frog, get ready! Iver shouts. Okay, well that's more people. And he is already injured. He is injured. Now, because I already messed up the first fight, I'm gonna have harder time with other fights. Who are you? You look so basic. I mean these people. She just looks like some kind of last snow queen. I like how she's just completely... Well, I think I would be looking pretty tired too if my town was being attacked by some weird monsters and I had to immediately abandon everything and then I was forced to fight with them. So I guess I can understand that part. I mean, I don't even know if they are robots. They look like they're robots. They don't look like they are made from actual flesh. That's my assumption. Okay. Uh, well, I feel like I would put him closer because he's the dude with the sword. Then I feel like I should put like archers farther away so they won't be able to get to them. And they can always walk over later. Well, maybe this is stupid. I guess I get the first journalist. Like, I wonder if I should move away from him and just use my bow instead of fighting by hand. I can. Who has next turn after that? This one. I could like go over here and still shoot this one. Maybe it would be safer this way. I'm worried after the last fiasco. Oh, that sounds interesting. Okay, that's a trap, so not ready for now. Feels like it's going ever so slightly better than the last one was going though. Okay, I can just kill this one. Oof. I wish for nobody else to get injured in this fight if it's possible. So I need to get to those people to protect them. Have fun driving, Glumdy. Great. I don't know what to do about that. If he will hit her one more time, she will die. If I walk here, this one can decide to attack me. Like, where do I run away? And I don't want everybody to be already injured when I barely just started with this group. How far can you walk? Okay. She can like go there. Yeah, I'm just gonna go there. What does that do? Okay. I don't think she's gonna hit. Oh, she's gonna hit this dude. Ah. Okay, where can you go? Okay, she can like walk here and just defend her. Because I don't think he has enough walking to, does he? And he does. Great. But I don't think anybody else will go down though, so that's good. Are you having next turn? Actually, gonna shoot at that one because he has more health than he has next turn. At least he will do less damage if he is more hurt. I'm trying to be as strategic as I can. Well, we are winning, but at the cost of my daughter health. I'm sure there's like some smart strategic way to have you not lose anybody in the fight. Victory! And hopefully maybe this will improve the morale of the group. Thank you. In the house that follows, you notice out the corner of your eye some of the town guards struggling desperately with Dredge, and what might be the chieftain amongst them. I still think we should put the village on the fire. To your left, Iver is lying onto a large colossus. Behind him, an elderly man scrambles to his feet. Past that, it's clear that most of the townspeople are scattering. If nobody steps in, they could be picked off one by one. Well, if they... Yeah, if the townspeople don't really know how to fight that much, if they run all over the place, and everything gets chaotic, that will be a problem. I would like to help the fighters, but they are at least having a fighting chance, I guess. And I don't know about like elderly and like people running away in the panic. I feel like we should try to keep everyone together. But I feel like if I do that, that I am just potentially dooming all those fighters to die without my help. But if I don't help, just everybody, if I don't like keep everybody together and protected, don't I also doom the like elderly and women and children and men and like everybody who is not a fighter to die? At least the fighters who like trained for a fight, I suppose. Yeah, I feel like I should just try to keep everyone together. Got it, you shout, barking orders as you pass people. The guards will have to fend for themselves or there won't be anyone left to protect. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. Miraculously, you find yourself clear of the fighting. Iver emerges from the trees, bloodied but breathing. You swear you almost see a grin on his face. Odd life is not so lucky. She struggles to bear the body of the chieftain in her arms, her face blank. The guards join her. Well, that's sad. You gather her to the caravan and cover the body with a cloth. The chieftain death hits you like a punch to the gut. Only at Ivery's insistence does the caravan continue to frostfell. A lead hand grasps tightly around your own. I understand that's sad. But yeah, we have all those, if everybody is just running everywhere and there is chaos, we need to keep everybody who is defenseless together so we can actually get everybody out. We were supposed to leave as quickly as possible, that was the plan. If we stay and start fighting, like, there is no telling if there will be even a chance to leave after that. Then maybe everybody will just die. I do feel bad for her and for the chieftain though. And I understand if she will be like upset with me for not helping. And we left. 308 people and 35 fighters. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They are spaced out so far you are unable to see those bringing up the rear. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That reminds me of that one time, long time ago, when I was in primary school, and the teachers, like, we went to some, like, field trip that was, like, multiple days, like 3 or 4 in mountains. And on one of those days, we were supposed to climb a hill, a mountain. It's nothing like super big, like not like some super difficult path or trail. I guess it was like generally appropriate for like primary school kids. But then it turned out that the whole like trip, getting up the mountain, then down the mountain, it was actually 7 hours, and there was only one trained guard, like one, like the mountain ranger or something like that, and just bunch of kids, like from multiple class, like probably about 200 kids, and like 5 adults and that one ranger over 7 hours. At some point, the whole group was stretched so far apart that it took me 20 minutes of running to get from the very end to the very front. And people almost got lost. And at least one person had to be like rescued later because they just didn't make it. Because nobody actually explained or prepared us that hey, it's gonna be 7 hours of walking in the mountains. And it was summer or like spring. But then once we got sufficiently high up, there was snow there. And nobody expected this. It was a disaster. I still remember it. And then I never liked mountains. I wonder if that's part of the reason. I never like 4 years went to mountains out of my own free will because I had this whole experience of like I was in the mountains, you walk for 7 hours and half your friends get lost. I am, but that was a long time ago. Like I mean that was in the primary school. Yeah. And it's I like hills around here and it's still different if we just go like around hills and do whatever than like sudden 7 hours of weird mountain trip. And one person fell into a river. But luckily that was at the very end. In like hour 6 or something. So they didn't have to be wet for a long time. Anyway, if you are traveling something with somewhere with a bigger group, make sure it doesn't stretch out for miles. And probably have more than one guard with you, or ranger or whatever. Well, either way, I know, Panda. I don't know what they were exactly thinking. I don't know what was the plan exactly. We had water, like, we had like water and everything. Yeah, but it was still like, as far as I remember, first 2 or so hours, we had like some food, like snacks and whatever, but I swear, like, nobody actually said, hey, this is gonna be a whole day ordeal. Like, nobody actually genuinely explained what we are signing up for or given any choice. It was just like, today we have trip in the mountains. And we went in like the bus to the like, bottom of the mountain. And then at first it was just like asphalt paved road for like first 2 hours or so. But after that it was just like forest. After that it was deeper forest. Then there was path sometimes, and at some point the only way up was in the like bottom of the river with water in it still. Not much water, but still there was water. So like there was at least like this half an hour uh part of the climb when you had to walk like in the water, in the riverbed. And I don't think nobody I had my yeah, there was no like wild animals to be concerned about, so that's okay. And also, I'm not sure it even would a lion here actually approach if there is a group of like 200 or so kids walking. I don't know. Yeah. But that was just like a whole ordeal, and everybody was so exhausted by the end. And yeah, and one person had to be like just rescued pretty much because they weren't the most in shape. And yeah, so I don't know. I kind of when he mentioned the caravan stretching it out past the point of safety, kind of thought about that. Either way, I'm glad we actually were able to leave the village. We've got to pull them together, says Iver. It will be dangerous to stop until at least the god's done. The path should be just ahead. Okay, so if we stop early for the day, those creatures might catch up with us, and all of this will be for nothing. If we slow down, maybe they won't catch up with us, maybe they will catch up with us. It's a bit of a risk. And some people might still not be able to keep walking. If we keep a steady pace, we probably are dooming some people to just die walking from exhaustion. I can try to rally them with the speech, but how good at speeches am I? I don't know about. I don't know anything about myself right now. Oh, that sounds pretty bad. I'm glad that the dog was okay. I mean, that the dog survived. I hope it was okay too. Was it like badly injured or what happened with the dog? You make your way to the rear and hoist a small shield onto your shoulders. Fight for every step. Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards. The clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Okay, well, I don't know if that's the best thing, but morale improved. I guess it did work. Well, it sounds like the dog was able to defend the ducks too, if there were any ducks in the pond. Oh, that looks intimidating. I guess that's the godstone that they mentioned in the conversation. Is it one of the dead gods? Far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, man and woman drop their meager possessions beneath the godstone of Hridvaldir. I guess that's the god. Nice music. Honestly, that really sucks. I mean, those people were just living in that village, having their lives, tending to the fields, having whatever relationships they had, just living their lives peacefully. And then imagine one day you just wake up, you go, you have breakfast, you are, I don't know, planning to spend the day playing with your daughter, or maybe you're gonna go work in the fields, or maybe you're just resting. And then suddenly they tell you you have to pack whatever you can carry, get your family together, and run. And there is not even a guarantee that you will all get out. And then suddenly you are just on the road walking for the whole day, and whatever house you had and belongings are probably destroyed. Your family members probably dead, whoever didn't get out, and there is literally no telling how long this situation will last and what's gonna happen next or where you are going or if you are even going to survive. Like there is so much stress and anxiety to be had in this situation, and I feel bad for everybody in this whole caravan. At least the other people on the other side were the other caravan that we were playing Feast. At least those were just like tax collectors. They had less stress to deal with. At least those people have less snow. After a day of misery, men and women drop their meager possessions beneath the godstone of Hridvaldred. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly they were dredged. Probably shouldn't be looking to me for advice. Well, you are apparently somebody who survived the wars with those things. So I feel like looking to you for advice is the best thing we can currently do. Look at those people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rogue. Well, that's certainly a lot to put on my barks. My shoulders. Shoulders are, it's in Polish. Anyway. I guess I'm just now supposed to be temporary chieftain. We should see what the chieftain wife thinks about this whole situation. What do we do if we run into more dredge? You mean when? I will be honest with you, those men can't take on dredge by themselves. I expect we will lose two for every slug we take down. So we run? Only if you want to lose women and children. We're going to have to fight and there are going to be deaths. Yeah, there's not really much choice here. Gods be damned, why is this happening? Of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. Well, sorry, why were you at the village anywhere? Who are you? You do care, I can tell. Eh, men are a plague on the world worse than any dredge, as far as I can tell. But like this are why we get along so well, even. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck to an eternal bright sky. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. The sun is also not moving. So, the sun is not moving, the gods are dead, we already had two wars with those creatures, and it looks like they are coming out for the third time. So, that's bad. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck to an eternal bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. The godstone looms overhead, the massive eyes of Gilvarden looking the same direction as you. We have only 9 days of supplies left too. Maybe I should have bought some when we are still in the village. Inspect the stone. The weathered stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings, out of habit more than anything else now that the gods are dead. How do we know that the gods are... I so badly want to know what happened in this world. How do we know that the gods are dead? Like, how all of that happened? Were they like part of the war? Because it sounds like they are very certain of the gods not being alive anymore. Hridvaldir was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the land as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he would think about his woods being full of dredge now. Yeah, I mean, it does sound like the game's mystery thing, but it's like mystery to me personally. It kind of sounds like the people in the game world don't know what happened, or at the very minimum, they are able to like factually say that the gods are dead. So like you had to see like some factual things to confirm. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. I made this for you, she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. Thank you for saving my mama. Aw, she says before running back to her tent. Well, that makes me feel like I made the right choices and right decisions to protect those people. Back at your tent, you rouse Aled, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually, the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostfeller. It feels like an end more than a start. Well, it's definitely an end to one kind of life. Maybe we'll be able to get some new place to live or some new village later on. Map. We didn't got far. I guess that's okay. Let's actually read about where we are going. Frostwell. Once sitting upon the bank of a wide lake, when the Nordfelling turned to a waste, the city of Frostwell became a tattered bastion, blazed by the freezing winds that rolled through the valley. Those who live here still are not known for their hospitality. Oh, well, I hope they will be okay with us dropping by then. Especially, they might be not, seeing how we are probably also bringing all those creatures on our... Yeah. I remember we read about that somewhere, but I don't remember where. It was like a name of something somewhere. I don't remember where though. Yeah, we should like... Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a sea. Better sea. The winter sea in the north strikes a precocious balance between frozen and traversable, but fast-moving flows usually keep it from icing over completely. This, however, makes little difference when there is nothing across the sea to travel to, and no ports of note along the east coast to travel between. So, like, is that just our known world? Like, sea on this side, sea on the other side, like some land of the horse-born people who have problems with the horses up here. And then, whatever this, where this goes. Dundersberg. An enormous land of ice separates from the rest of the world by a frozen strait. Dansberg is the sort of place you name after the gods and live to them as well. The few who have explored the blasted wasteland have either found nothing or never been found again. So it kind of makes it sound like this is the known world and we don't really have much means of like moving anywhere else from here. Okay. Let's keep going. Are people still injured? For the eyes of the place, okay. I hope we can actually get to wherever we are going in the 4 days. The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. Oh, it's the tiny person again. I love this picture. I love the tiny person. We've seen the dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet them alone. If you will let us join you, we will show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons. An inherent fear of strangers rises mutters from the caravan. Okay, well, what are you doing out here alone? We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village, says the man. When we returned, he looks away, unable to finish. Well, if his reaction here was genuine and he is not pretending, that would make sense. And here I am as part of this caravan traveling to some other village in hopes that they will show me kindness and potentially help me out or take me in with all those people who need help. So it would be quite hypocritical of me to tell those people to get lost when they are asking me for help because they don't want to be just stranded here alone. And they are also offering me supplies if they are actually telling the truth. So I am inclined to take them in, but it's true that I don't really know who they are and where they came from, and all I have to go by is their word. But again, I am expecting the same kind of kindness they want from me right now. So I feel like what kind of person I am if I don't at least give them a chance. But at the same time, I have a whole caravan of like 308 people who, according to this, are not very fight ready, that I need to protect and keep safe. And again, I don't know who those people are. So taking that, taking all of that into consideration, I am still inclined to let them join in because of the fact that I was just saying I have only 4 days of supplies left and I need more, potentially, probably, definitely. If they are hunters, they might be able to actually fight, which would also help. And if there is a tragic situation happening now, and we're gonna be having to deal with those machines or whatever trying to destroy the world or something again, we should all try to like keep together and not turn each other away. So I guess I will give it a chance even though I'm worried. If you'll be no trouble, you come along, you say. The men consciously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. Well, so far it sounds like it paid off. And I did get more fighters and more supplies. During a rest, one of the men got too drunk and ended up splashing meat in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts. Well, I can't exactly blame them for getting drunk, seeing again the situation that we just had to leave everything we know and care for behind. So I get that part, but yeah, I wish we had some better ways to to deal with the situation. We should have like a psychologist in the caravan, but I'm not sure if that's an option. Money thrown feeds and a broken bone later, the instigator, Ramsford, is tossed on the ground at your feet, angry clansman looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is a little more than drawling mumbles. Uh, well, he is still drunk, so he can't even really speak for himself anyway. What's the point of a public apology from him if I just make him say stuff and he probably won't even remember he did it or what happened? And I don't feel like that's either like anyway satisfactory or like, it doesn't really raise morale and also doesn't really teach him anything either. I don't want to laugh it off because I want to take my people seriously, but I also don't want to encourage the others to let the issue drop because I feel like we should not be turning to the alcohol right now to deal with our emotions and our worries and anxieties because we are still in danger right now, and also it's not the most healthy way to deal with like emotional situation. So I feel like tying him up until he sobers is the best idea. Since again, this will seem like some kind of punishment. He will be safe because he is tied up so he won't get hurt himself, and then maybe we can talk to him or see what he has to say for himself after he sobers. So I'm just gonna go with that one. You grab a rope from the supplies and make short work of the sod. A few onlookers throw scraps at him, but most just walk away with a laugh, at least content that some measures has been taken. Yeah, that's something. And I actually like... Okay, it's gonna... Sabat actually wants to talk with me. So I guess it's a good thing I went here. How's the arm, Egil? You find Egil just outside the camp, practicing his sword swings. I've seen you taking some hard hits out there. I need to drink some water. 1 second. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Not great, considering everything that... I'm fine. My arm's fine, it's a strong shield. Stroke, right? I know we haven't talked much before now. But if you want, just call me Gil. Okay, Gil. I wanted to let you know that I meant what I said before, about making sure nothing happens to Olet. Think about what to say. That would be very, like, father like, what are your intentions with my daughter? They don't need to be like vicious of that right now, I feel like. Hmm, what's special about the shield? I'm curious myself now. Yeah, I doubt there is many. My father made this. It's a solid metal, really heavy. I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. I used to spend a lot of time just getting used to lifting it. He raises it up to show you. Yeah, I bet it's super heavy. The other day, a while ago, we were like looking at some iron pans for cooking. Those are like heavy, like crazy. So I bet like a whole metal shield like must weigh a ton. I'm pretty good with it now. It's the only thing of my father's I have left. Then when my mother died, she gave it to me before she died. Sorry about that. Iver seems to think we are pretty good. Say that? That's good, I'm trying. Never had to fight anything like Dredge before, but I don't have much else to do, and how many people get to train with a Warl? Just seems like I could be a help to someone. Well, he seems nice enough. I like him. He seems like a kind person. That's what I want to be. I don't want to say that because it's like weird. What am I implying? Are you protective of my daughter? Like, you like, you know, I don't know. I feel like you'll make it awkward. Maybe some other time. I will. And if you need something, let me know. I can do anything you need. Between you and Ivor, we're going to be okay. I can tell. Well, I hope so too. Uh, I didn't actually mean. I hope. I forgot that just clicking on the tent will make you rest. I just wanted to see my people. I swear there is like over here. Oh, okay. He is still injured, but I'm not resting another day because I don't want to waste supplies for now. Let's look at that though. A crude medallion made from the branch of a tree found above the Godstone Hildvalder, carved with a curious rune. Can give it to my. Oh, only I can use it? Guess so. Oh, okay. Well, I will give this one to my daughter, I guess then. No, I don't want to train. Okay. I don't want to train. The training tent. The training tent allows you to test your party against a team of classmen of equal power. Training fights never injure your allies or grant renown, but they do let you test strategies in safety. The trainer will give hints about playing effectively and has something to say about each ability. Come here to test out new characters as they join you. Okay. Not now though. Well, let's go. I guess we had some rest that I didn't mean to have. The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostfell with beds and fresh supplies. The locals are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you set up nearby. Didn't even have to rest, we just stopped now for rest. And that's annoying. uh, yeah, I feel like they probably also should move on. I mean, from what I understood, those creatures are just gonna follow us and continue after us. Okay, I really, really badly need to use the restroom. So I think I can do this. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Also, I like how there is so many like constantly choices to make and so much stuff to like discuss about those choices. I feel like I should buy some supplies. They, I think in my own village it was 5 for 1 renown. I should have bought something when I left. I wonder if I should like also buy some of this stuff. I could. That's pretty cool sounding. Okay, well, let's at least get like a couple more days of supplies. An early an an early king of men was known to have a ring that he would turn compulsively on his finger before rushing back into the battle. It's a steaming toy that gives you +2 armor and strength and rest. Armor what? Resist. I'm gonna buy it to see what it does. Okay, but I don't want to. Let's see. I can actually wear it. Also just me for some reason. That's not what. Oh, how do I? Okay. Oh, I can't use it. Who can? Is it like? Oh, it's level 3. Okay, I get it. I am getting it now. I get it now. I also need renown to promote people. I need to be careful with my resources. What was that? Oh, okay. It's the amount of willpower you can use on a given action. It's the amount of steering you can. Yeah, I don't know if I'm like misunderstanding sometimes, but I feel like it doesn't always work this way. Or maybe I'm just not good enough at math. I will have to like pay more attention in the fights to actually see what happens with the armor stuff. Can be like my armor person, I guess. My tank. Really kind of tanky. Oh, we can red bar. Oh, Rocky is a skilled hunter from a long line of woodsmen who have lived in Skogr, though none of his family have survived the long, hard winters of the north. Since childhood, he has been close friends with the town's resident war-eater. His talents quickly landed him the position of Hound Master of Skorg, and Rog restless with wanting to teach his daughter, Aled, to become a self-sufficient woman, while also keeping her safe from harm, something he was unable to do for his wife Aldis years ago. Ah, sounds like there is so trauma there. I mean, it's still good to teach your daughter to be able to be self-sufficient and defend herself and good with bow and everything. That doesn't mean she will instantly get into some harm ways just because she knows how to fight. Let's talk about the daughter. Aled. Rock's daughter, Aled, only vaguely remembers her mother, who died when she was a child. Since then, Aled spends most of her time with her father, unimpressed by the traditional roles of other girls in town. She hopes to become a hunter like her father, and in her spare time she practices archery with Oddleif, the wife of Skor's chieftain, who has become a motherly figure to her. That's nice. Sounds like we are kind of a la family here. I guess that happens when you live in like smaller village. I already read you. I wanted to read you. The chieftain of Skorg was considered one of the luckier men in the town when he wooed the beautiful daughter of a well-known fighter. Those days most people consider him a lucky man for marrying someone who knows how to run a town. Wow. I guess she was more in charge. Uh, who are you? A young boy growing up in Skogr without parents, Egil spends a lot of time behind a battered metal shield, training to be a fighter. The few who know him well call him Gil. Not much backstory there, I guess. When Skorg was still young, Ivar wandered into the town center, startling the settlers from Rundwall, who had rarely seen a war before. He never said why he left Wall lands to help men build a small town, but each chieftain in Skogr family line is happy to have him. He's known Norog since the man was young, and the two formed a fast friendship. So they must really live a long time, since it sounds like he outlived a bunch of chieftains before this. But yeah, I think they told us that they are very long-lasting people. Long-lasting people. Map. So I kind of feel like I assume like the tax collectors, as far as I remember, are somewhere here. I feel like we will probably like meet at some point, maybe like over here on this like mountain pass or somewhere. I would at least assume that we will all gonna go to this main city because like where do you go? I don't think whatever Frostfeld has to offer, I don't think it's like defensive enough to actually, you know, defend ourselves there from whatever is coming, wherever it's coming from. I kind of want to rest and heal that injury, but also I don't want to use any more supplies because you never know what will happen. Let's just go. We are only just outside the village when two men in red approach. My name is Hagun, says one gesturing to the other. My brother is Magun. Nice. Many from the village wish to join you to Frostfell. At Hildman, exuding rage, charges up to the group. Shall you mount, Hagun? He screams. What's going on? What's going on? Those bastards don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. True, you can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skogr. I mean, that's fair. You can't really force the people to stay. If they want to go and run away, they are allowed to go and run away when they know there is danger coming. And yeah, the whole village should probably go, as much as it's painful and terrible to leave your homes behind. It sounds like that's the kind of situation we are currently in. So those guys seem reasonable too. I will have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Can you really decide that for them? Can you keep them down? Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed browns and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. Well, and if you all stay, maybe you will all die. Yeah. Like, yeah, let your people decide on their own. True. If they want to stay, they can stay. If they want to go, they can go. They are free people, I assume. But also, there won't be anything to tend once the dredge arrive, that is true. Dredge my ass! I don't know what the scam is this time, Hagen, but you got two choices. Go back to work, or I am finally putting you in the ground. I guess they are troublemakers. Magun, what do you say? That it's unfair that he only asked me. Magun draws his axe slowly, followed by Hagun. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. I feel like I shouldn't be involved. If that's the choices I am being given, like, what does it mean if I side with the villagers? Does that mean they will make me fight those brothers? Because if that's what it means, I don't want to fight them. They did nothing wrong as far as I'm concerned. They just want to leave, and I feel like as free human beings that just got warned about incoming danger, they are more than allowed to just leave. So I don't see why I would side against them. But this one just outright sounds like they will force me to fight against the villagers. And the villagers are also innocent and did nothing wrong. And like killing them for wanting to stay, it's like what? That's also not really reasonable thing to do. So simply out of those three options I'm being provided, not getting involved seems like the only choice I can make. Because I don't exactly know, like, I don't know what this exactly would mean, either of those. If either of those means I end up, you know, attacking somebody, I had to sneeze, then I don't want to. So, I guess settle this yourselves. You step back as one of the thugs lunged forward and is couched in the ribs by Hagun's axe. The air soon rings with the sounds of screams and axe heads against shields. Farmen lie dead on the ground before the others run. You heard, Magun? No, we should have done that years ago. Nah, can't go around killing for no good reason. This was a good reason. I mean, yeah, they were defending themselves. The brothers head back into the village, and some man of the villagers have joined your caravan. Algon introduced you to his young son and wife. Al grins, and concerned about the fact that you never agreed to let them come. You don't bother arguing. Before long, you set out again. I'm fine with that. I think they have right to leave, and I don't know why this village leader had to make it into a fight. Like, they attacked first, when those people just wanted to escape danger. I would happily have the whole village go with us. Aled marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distance since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Adrian, hello. I had half an hour of technical problems, and the microphone I used one single time so far seems to not function anymore. So, that's annoying. Aled marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distance since leaving the village. I mean, I'm not surprised. When you stopped for a rest, Adleif approaches you both. Thanks. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you, and I hope you will enjoy your lunch. I need to get a new microphone, and I'm annoyed by that. Aled, I have something for you. Adleif has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Aled. Yeah, I literally just used this microphone one single time on the previous stream, and now it's already like making noises as if the cord is broken or something. But it was just standing on the desk doing nothing for a week since last Wednesday, so I don't know what's happening. I am back to using the microphone in my headphones, which is like way worse quality, but I guess that's the life right now. Adleif has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes the toilet. That probably will be cool because there is a lot of different choices to make. What's this about? I was hoping you would sew up the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skagor. Come find me on the time rock and we will talk before you can come and she departs. That are you, the chieftain now? I mean, it looks this way. Bye. Love you too. I'm ending soon anyway. It looks this way. It looks like I'm the chieftain now. Oh, then that means we are both quiet for a moment while Alet unfurls the banner. Yeah, I think I can. I'm the kind. I mean, I don't know about the rock, but as me myself personally, I'm the kind of person that I think I would at least try to step up to the responsibility if there is, nothing else that can be done. Oddleif has been teaching me how to sew. He speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been served the story of the families who have lived in Skogor throughout the years, as just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish we were there here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. I wish you were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of banner about your family is short, but Aled has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? She doesn't have to deal with all of this. Dredge leaving home and... Why didn't you stop those men from killing each other in the village? Oh, now they are questioning me for what I do. I mean, if it's okay to ask. I mean, out of those three things that I'm being given here, it was the best of some bad options. That's pretty much how I felt. I would like to intervene if my intervention, like the way it sounded to me, was that I either side with the Mogun and Hogun, and we together kill the villagers, or I side with villagers, and we together kill Mogun and Hogun. That's how the option sounded to me. But as far as I can tell, in that situation, there was a group of people who is like, okay, our village is in danger, we need to go, and just wants to leave. And the group of people who is like, we are not going anywhere and you can't force us. And like, both of those people were innocent as far as I can tell. So I'm not gonna help them kill each other. Like, it's not that I didn't want blood on my hands. Like, if I knew for sure, or at least if in my opinion, I believe that one of those groups did something wrong, I would be more than happy to have blood on my hands. And also, I don't feel like it wasn't my decision to make. I was making my own decision whether I want to get involved or not. That was my decision. I didn't feel like I'm making a decision for them of what they should do. So, this here option is the only option here. Deciding what happens to other people, I'm glad I'm not you. I wouldn't know what to do. It's not exactly my calling either. Yeah, I know, Dad. I think you are doing a good job. Well, thank you. He hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together, doing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skog is your border now. Well, I will try to do a good job. And hopefully it's saved. And I think we will be done for now because I need to go get some food and stuff. It's a sad thing we lost uh, half an hour to the microphone being stupid. Wish that didn't happen, but I guess that's how it goes when you try to start a new streaming live. I'm gonna quit, and I assume it's saved here. Well, it's not like I'm just gonna instantly turn the stream off. Just gonna say like goodbye and stuff. Okay, I had to work some stuff out. Okay, well, that was fun. We did some progress. And I will probably rate. I just said I'm not. I just turn off the game. I realize I don't have a background to say stream is ending, so we are using the first one, I guess. Yeah, probably. I plan to get facecam at some point. I prefer facecam. So we had a great time watching some terrible monsters come over and uh no, I meant I would turn the game off. So we had some great time watching our village be completely destroyed by some monsters that came out of nowhere. Now we are on the run. Everything kind of sucks. Yeah, fun. And yeah, I think I'm enjoying this game, but I feel like they are constantly making me make all those like choices. But I do enjoy sitting there looking at every option and spending like 5 minutes discussing what I think about picking either of those options. That is a fun part of it. So yeah, I guess I will try to start the raid and hopefully it will work. And I will put on my list of things to do, create some outro image for when the stream is ending. Forgot about that one. Did it work? Is it worth rating? It is rating. Okay. Well, thanks. Was fun. Bye.